It's time to pierce the heavens. 2007, in my opinion, is one of the greatest years for anime as a medium and as a culture. Not only did a plethora of continued shows from 2006 make their mark in the zeitgeist of the time, but the shows that premiered burst into the scene with the extended momentum. Lucky Star, Afro Samurai, Claymore, Clannad, all very influential in anime inspirations today. And arguably, the one that stands at the very top is Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann. I don't know what it is about Gainax and mech anime, but they certainly had a hell of a run with the robots. Until they didn't, anyway. Gurren Lagann's nothing short of a spectacle. In terms of animation, writing, music, it's a fireworks display of broad and bright grandeur that defines the term art in the art of anime. But is that really it? What exactly makes this an all-time topper? Well, let's dig into the story. Simone is a young digger living underground under the rule of the tyrannical Lord Genome. With him is his inspirational friend Kamina, and together they live their subterranean life in mediocrity, with Kamina wanting to stand on the surface world someday. One day, Simone finds a drill-like key and a small robot head. He's met with an invading force where he, Kamina, and a girl named Yoko fight to fend off the enemy. Further inspired by Kamina's reckless but aspirational hopes, the Undergrounders rise to rebel against the oppressive government and seek to claim the surface world back as their own. With the young pilot and training Simone, his hot-headed faithful friend Kamina, and the rational in all senses except clothing newcomer Yoko, the new team Dai Gurren and the tiny but mighty bot Lagann aim toward the heavens to pierce it. I think when people think anime, Gurren Lagann is the type of show they imagine in their head. Weird, colorful, half the time you have no idea what's going on, and most importantly, bizarrely and brazenly epic no matter what. Of course, anime as a medium is filled with all kinds of shows with all kinds of narratives and tones, but if there's any word to describe anime, it's that it's ambitious, and this show has that in spades. Or if you want to dig deeper, spirals. This show is big. Big on the animation, big on the character dynamics, big on the very simple motifs, and it does it all in extreme bouts. The best way to describe it is that it's a roller coaster that ascends to the clouds and rockets down through the Grand Canyon, all while you're surrounded by your best friends as you go through the winds and twists of this ride together in dangerously explosive fun. Take the first big talk between Simone and Kamina. It's sweet and simply put, but it's potent enough to give a deep impression on the soothingly basic feeling. You get a sharp dive into both of these guys' psyches, as well as a forthright message that's not said naturally, but felt in deep resonance. Then, when you get to one of the giant, awesomely animated battles, you're long in the throes of their ambitions, bringing back those primal emotions seen through their lenses, and it's not out of place at all. Every hit is a statement. Every rebel yell is a crack against the status quo. This fell through Simone and Kamina and their eventual allies by way of their youth. I absolutely love that storytelling because it juxtaposes its motifs brilliantly. The motifs and the characters are kept simple, but the way they're expressed are genuine and boldly asserted, as seen in the wonderful acting and the excellent animation style in Sakuga. I will say that the sci-fi parts of the story can get pretty complicated. The best way to pinpoint it in layman's terms is that big things triumph, and without spoiling anything, that can go in different ways depending on how you perceive it. Still, it can be hard to follow at times, which I don't think impedes the show too much, but it is something to take note of. That said, nearly everything else are as close to perfect as they can be. Like I said, Simone and Kamina, when you break them down, are kind of simple. And that's not a bad thing because there are layers to their simplicity, and even beyond that, they're just incredibly likable. The whole cast is, really. There's no way to put it. The music is awesome. It's one of the best mood setters in anime's repertoire, and it's all so phenomenal. Most of the soundtrack was composed by Taku Iwasawa, and he nails the hype and low moments of the show to a fine degree, while the opening is performed by Shoko Nakagawa. And what can you say? It's one of the best openings out there for matching the energy the Lagann puts out. And of course, the animation is stellar. It's kooky, it's flashy, it's poignant and impactful. I tried showing as many good shots in this video to give you a good idea of what this show achieves, but even my best efforts can't do it justice. You really have to just see it for yourself. Gurren Lagann is ambition. Fundamentally, it's the observation on one of the primal emotions of humankind. Through the execution, it exceeds the expectations of the limited barrier of what was seen to be beyond reach through nothing short of that ever-growing and empowered will. I don't think a show like this could have been done any other way. Portray the indomitable human spirit and imagination through lackluster visuals and writing? Not a chance. It actually takes something big like Gurren Lagann to show that something big is possible to begin with. And isn't that poetry in practice? There's no other way to say it. Gurren Lagann is just too damn good to pass up on, as it drills and drills and drills itself into your brain as the unlikeliest of shows to get attached to. It spirals out of control in universal proportions to proclaim its status as a one-of-a-kind. Just who the hell do you think I am?